Hi everyone, I'm Crystal Diff, Program Coordinator with Charlotte County Libraries and History, here to dedicate our brand new sign for Telling Your Story, History in the Parks. Today I'm at Ann and Chuck Deaver Regional Park in Inglewood, and this sign is actually dedicated to the Florida Highwaymen artists. This particular image is by Robert Lewis. It's called Indian River, and this is a painting that we actually have in our collection here in Charlotte County. So we're very honored to have one of the original Highwaymen paintings in our collections here. It's a very prized possession for us. Now, the Highwaymen were a group of African-American painters that started out over in Port St. Lucie, Florida, which is directly across the state from Charlotte County. And the original artists numbered about 26, and these were mostly self-taught artists. They grew up during the Jim Crow era and were painting in the 50s and 60s, where there was a lot of segregation and a lot of laws enacted against people of color. So a lot of these artists weren't really able to showcase their artwork in galleries, and they taught themselves how to paint as a form of a new profession, so that they can actually lift themselves up and make some decent money being an artist. So they taught themselves how to paint, and not only did they teach themselves how to paint beautifully, they taught themselves how to paint very fast. The more paintings that they were able to create, the more that they were able to sell. Now, since most of them were not able to showcase their artwork in galleries, they had to get creative with how they could sell their artwork to the public. So they took their artwork on the road. That's why they ended up being coined the Highwaymen. It's because they put their artwork into cars and drove along the highways, normally around A1A, but they went all around the state, sometimes even up into Alabama, just to showcase their artwork and be able to sell the artwork they were making. They made hundreds of thousands of paintings over time, and a lot of tourists and visitors to Florida really loved their paintings because they showcased these beautiful Florida landscapes with beautiful sunsets and waterways and palm trees. So it really gave everybody a nice memento of their visit here to Florida. They were also successful in selling them to businesses such as banks or hotels. So they actually were able to make a decent living selling their paintings this way. Unfortunately, they did have to stop painting or stop selling their artwork from their cars around the late 60s, early 70s because of more Jim Crow laws that were being enacted against them. They were being arrested for solicitation, curfew violations, and things like that. So a lot of them disbanded. But they were rediscovered in the 90s by an art critic. So there was a journal article that went out, and it just talked about how beautiful all these paintings were. And so that is when they really became known as the Florida Highwaymen. And from that one journal article, they just became famous. Everybody wanted their artwork then. So a lot of them were able to come back to Florida or open up their galleries once more. And instead of selling their paintings for about $25 to $50 each, they were able to now sell them for hundreds and thousands of dollars. They were put into the Florida Artists Hall of Fame in 2004, and you can now see their artwork in many museums and galleries, even the Smithsonian Institution in Washington, D.C. So yes, we are very, very thankful to have some of the Highwaymen art in our collection and be a part of this African-American history. If you'd like to learn more about the Florida Highwaymen, we have another video specifically on the Florida Highwaymen artists, or you can check out tons of information online through their museums and galleries. We will be dedicating one sign each month throughout the Centennial in a park near you. So tune in next month as we dedicate another sign. Thank you.